Welcome to this lesson on taxonomic hierarchy. In biology, scientists needed a universal way to organize and categorize the millions of species on Earth. The taxonomic hierarchy is that system, a structured framework that classifies all living organisms from the broadest categories down to the most specific. Think of it like organizing books in a library, where we go from general sections to specific shelves to individual books. Today, we'll explore how this classification system works, moving from kingdom all the way down to species. The taxonomic hierarchy is a systematic framework for organizing living organisms into nested groups based on their shared characteristics and evolutionary relationships. Imagine a set of boxes within boxes, where each inner box contains organisms that are more closely related to each other. This system is hierarchical, meaning it's organized from broad general categories at the top to very specific categories at the bottom. What makes this system so powerful is that its universal scientists all around the world use the exact same classification system, allowing them to communicate clearly about any organism, no matter where they are. The taxonomic hierarchy consists of 8 major levels, arranged from broadest to most specific. Starting at the top, we have domain, which is the most inclusive category. Moving down, we have kingdom, then phylum, class, order, family, genus, and finally species at the bottom, which is the most specific level. Each level down represents organisms that share more characteristics and are more closely related to each other. As we move from domain to species, the groups become smaller and more specific, containing fewer organisms but with more shared traits. Domain is the broadest and highest level of classification. All life on Earth is divided into 3 domains. First, we have bacteria. These are single-celled prokaryotic organisms, meaning they lack a nucleus. Second is Archaea, which are ancient prokaryotes that often live in extreme environments like hot springs or deep ocean vents. Third is Eukarya, which includes all organisms with complex cells that have a nucleus. This domain includes animals, plants, fungi, and protists. The domain level separates life based on fundamental differences in cell structure and genetic makeup. Within the domain Eukarya, we find several kingdoms. Let's look at 4 major ones. Kingdom Animalia includes all multicellular organisms that consume food, everything from tiny insects to massive whales. Kingdom Plantae contains photosynthetic multicellular organisms, the plants that produce their own food using sunlight. Kingdom Fungi includes decomposers with chitin cell walls, organisms like mushrooms and molds that break down dead organic matter. Finally, Kingdom Protista is a diverse group of mostly single-celled eukaryotes, like amoebas and algae. Each kingdom represents a major branch of life with distinct characteristics. Between kingdom and species, we have 4 middle levels that progressively narrow down the classification. Phylum groups organisms by their major body plans. For example, all animals with backbones belong to phylum Chordata. Class subdivides each phylum by additional key characteristics. Mammals, birds, and reptiles are all different classes within Chordata. Order groups related families together based on more specific shared features. Finally, family contains closely related genera that share many common traits. For instance, the cat family includes lions, tigers, and house cats. Each of these levels helps us understand evolutionary relationships and organize life's diversity. Now we reach the 2 most specific levels of classification. Genus is a group of closely related species that share a recent common ancestor. They're like cousins in the tree of life. Species is the most specific level, defining organisms that can interbreed and produce fertile offspring. These 2 levels are used together in what's called binomial nomenclature, the 2-part scientific naming system. For example, humans are classified as Homo sapiens, where Homo is the genus and sapiens is the species. This 2-name system, always written in italics, provides a unique identifier for every species on Earth. Let's see how all these levels work together by classifying humans. We start at domain Eukarya because our cells have nuclei. Moving down to kingdom Animalia, since we're multicellular organisms that consume food. Our phylum is Chordata because we have a backbone. Class Mammalia because we're warm-blooded and nurse our young. Order Primates groups us with monkeys and apes. Family Hominidae includes the great apes. Our genus is Homo, and our species is Homo sapiens wise man. This complete classification tells the story of our evolutionary history and our relationships to other living things. Every organism on Earth can be classified this way, giving us a universal language to understand biodiversity.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.